Sorry, guys. She cut me off. Okay, anyway, back to the questions. Reread lines 13 through 15 of stanza 3. What might Frost be referring to when he declares, "Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back"? Okay? And we kind of touched on this, but it's good to kind of go back and reiterate. Frost in these two lines he's in a meditative state. He's very thoughtful. He is contemplating and reflecting on the fact that even as decisions are made, life goes on. Despite all the time he spends rethinking his decision, he doubts that he should have made a different choice. He doubts that he'll ever have the chance to go back and make that same choice again. And so it's got to be the right choice. Next question. What is the speaker's perspective regarding choices in life? Use textual evidence to support your claim. And there are some possible choices, but the one that sticks out most to me is that the speaker's perspective regarding choices in life is that choices are complicated, right? And this is because the speaker mentions how he shall be telling this with a sigh. If we look there on line 16, you can just picture him as an old man thinking back on this decision and kind of speaking with a sigh. And it could be that the sigh is a good thing, right? That he's looking back and it's a happy sigh, like, oh, I'm so glad I made that decision. And it could be a sigh that is bad. It could be a sigh like, if I had only gone the other way, I could have avoided so much heartache or whatever it is. But whatever the choice is, the speaker has made, whether it's good or bad, we know that in line 20 it has made all the difference. And that the key word here is all. And you might even circle that word or underline that word. The reason that the word all means a complete change in circumstances as a result of the choices in life, right? It has made all the difference. And this word choice itself, if it had just said it made the difference, it didn't say made all the difference, or maybe he just left this line out. He just said, I took the one less traveled by. It definitely wouldn't have the same meaning to you, right? Knowing that this decision that this traveler made, that it made all the difference, that he took the one that was less traveled by. It made all the difference in his life to make his own decision. That really speaks to you, right, as the reader. And so finally, the last question is, what was the speaker's final choice and why has it made all the difference? This is something that I was kind of talking about a little bit earlier. The speaker's final choice was to travel the road less traveled because he wanted to follow his own decisions. He wanted to be able to make a decision based on what's best for him, and not just because everyone else is doing it, right? Just because everyone else is using Twitter doesn't mean that you should. Only use it if it's what makes sense to you in your life. Maybe instead of writing an email to your cousin at college, maybe you're going to take the road less traveled and write her a personal letter on a sheet of paper that's stamped with an envelope. Stamped in an envelope. I don't know. These sound like silly examples, but I think that's what is so wonderful about this poem, is that it lets you think about your life and the decisions that you are making, and should you take the one that's less traveled by? Should you make the unique choice? Should you make it because it's right for you? Or should you follow the status quo? Sometimes it's good to do what everyone else is doing. Sometimes it's good to use the bathroom in the bathroom and not in the kitchen. That would be a bad choice, a bad unique choice. But when it comes to where you want to go to college, or what you want to major in, or when people are trying to peer pressure you into doing something you don't want to do, make that unique choice. Make the choice that's right for you. Okay, and I think that is what the poem is ultimately speaking to. So, now that I've rabbled on here for a while, sorry about that, what you can do now is finish up any of the notes that you were taking and go on to do your writing. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, September 9th with all of your materials, your syllabus signed, this worksheet completed to be handed in, and your writing task also completed to be handed in. I know you guys have a lot to do, so get at it and have a great weekend. Bye.